Hey, you guys. Whoa. Zoomed in here. Hello, everybody. Sorry, I need something. Welcome to the 233rd Periscope Live. How's everyone doing? Hello from Germany. Hello. Tyskland. That's what it's called in Swedish. I'm learning Swedish now. Hello. Hey, hi from Manchester. Hello. Oh my goodness. You know when you smash your phone, good times. Am I a teenager? Yes, I am. Hello from Jakarta, Indonesia. Oh my goodness. I used to go to school there. Oh, hi from Toronto. Do you hear that? That's Ella's phone alarm. 1 second. Got it? All right, so theme of the week, theme of the month is failure. What's up? I did live in Indonesia. Yes, welcome back to Sweden. Thank you. I went to Jakarta International School for my 11th and 12th years of school. 9 and 10. Yeah, my dad was in the oil business, so we moved over there. Happy New Year. Thank you. Hi from California. Hello, thank you for tuning in. Thank you. I am starting to get back on the field. I did crosses for the first time today, which was super awesome. And I'm slowly getting back into things on the field, and I love soccer so much. So it's just really nice to be back. Boston, miss watching you play. Thank you. Yes, on the field. It's nice to be back on the field. Okay, so I know we did the theme of the month. I don't know if any of you were able to see or listen to Fail Again, Fail Better. Get on that lateral movement, dude. Nice. Anyway, it is a really good listen. I listened to it the other day. It's by Pima Children. It's on iTunes. I actually don't know how much it is because I bought it a while ago, so sorry if it's expensive. But anyway, so just to kind of give you a little bit of a background, she goes into this kind of speech about how failing is something that's so essential for everybody in life and it's something we have to do more of. Anyway, she kind of goes into this long story, and the cool part about it is actually, well, the whole thing's cool, but she goes into this little question thing at the end where she goes into this awesome story about the Dalai Lama, my guy, love him, from France, nice. And he basically, anyway, you've got to listen to it. I will totally butcher it and not do it any justice, but it just talks about being at peace with the way that you feel. And I didn't really know what that meant until recently. What? Yes, Ella, I'm doing a Periscope. So brutal. Okay, so Ella's tweeting me. This is inappropriate. She was supposed to be joining us later, but who knows? Can you hear her? Can you hear her? What did you say, Ella? She's watching. I can hear the echo. She's watching it in the bathtub. That is not safe, and we've replaced her phone too many times. So, okay, just turn it down. I can hear myself. Such a crap. I'm trying to have a serious Periscope. Anyway, sorry about the screaming, everyone. Okay, so. Yeah, I'm not answering her. Yes. So, oh, by the way, I get a lot of questions about Ella and if she's now become a princess or she's been knighted, blah, 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 blah. Yes, we're married. Be careful. Yeah, thank you. Exactly. Always distracting me during Periscopes. Okay, honestly, Ella, turn it down. And now she's talking to herself in the bathtub. I just wish that you could all hear this. Anyway, getting back to the point of my story before my beautiful wife interrupted. The cool thing about Ella, turn it down. Okay, anyway, I'm about to get some headphones on. Oh, perfect, headphones. She's howling. She's just like the worst. Okay. That's better. Ella's a savage. Oh, interesting comment. So anyway, back to the failing thing. Yeah, it talks about being like kind of sitting with your emotions more. And anyway, it's really cool. And again, I love the Dalai Lama. So anytime he's quoted, yeah, it's the best. Okay, so I'm just going to get to the questions because I'm being distracted by my wife. Actually, before we do that, I suggested, yeah, sorry, I dropped a lot of water on this book. The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. I will not swear, but you know what that word means. And Ella and I actually are both going to do book reviews, like back in the old day when you had homework, on this book because it's just so awesome. But because the topic was failure this week, I wanted to just go into one chapter to kind of give you guys a little bit of a teaser. Yeah, amazing book. Yeah, awesome. Failure is the Way Forward is chapter 7 in the book, if you get to it. And I was just going to, I highlighted a few of the quotes, sorry, chinos, that I thought you guys might like or that resonated with me. So it kind of gets to the point, sorry, the author, oh my gosh, what is his name? Sorry, Mark Manson. Totally ignoring Ella. So anyway, he's trying this like new job and he wants to see if he could like make a podcast like or a living out of doing this whole like talking about the subtle art of not giving an F. And we basically talks about how we kind of give our power away continuously to things and stuff that just doesn't matter. So kind of being more selective about what you put your effort towards and, you know, like what people think of you. This is something that comes up a lot. You know, like what do you do if people don't like you or you're not accepted or whatever. And it's about kind of, you know, being empowered and caring about yourself. And that's tough when you might not fit in or people might not like you for who you are and staying true to who you are, even in those circumstances. So anyway, he's trying this job and he says, if I try this thing and fail in a few years and have to go get a job anyway, will I have really lost anything? With this value to not pursue my own projects became the failure. So I agree with that. I think, you know, if any of you read the blog that I did with Jan Arden, she talks a lot about, you know, people fail all the time because they don't even try it, because they're so afraid of failing, they don't actually go out and make the effort. So this one I love because I compare myself a lot to others and you know, in a competitive, in a healthy way, sometimes in an unhealthy way. But if someone is better than you at something, then it's likely because she has failed at it more than you have. I thought that was kind of cool. And I thought about my strengths as a goalkeeper as crosses, for example. And I can't even count the times that I've messed up poorly on crosses. And yeah, and now I think I'm one of the best. So I like that. Nice, I like that too. We can be truly successful only at something we're willing to fail at. If we're unwilling to fail, then we're unwilling to succeed. I love that one. And then, yeah, so another thing that, you know, like coaches' decisions, I get asked a lot about this. What if you're not picked? What if you're not selected? So if I measure myself by the standard, you know, make everyone I meet like me. So it's really important about other people liking you and, you know, everyone wants to fit in. We talked about this. I will be anxious because failure is 100% defined by the actions of others, not by my own actions. I am not in control. Thus my self-worth is at the mercy of judgment by others. And, you know, I've had, you know, coaching, you know, if you're a goalkeeper, yeah, it's a wicked book. If you're a goalkeeper or if you're any player in any sport and a coach can give you and take away your starting position. So, just finding what you want to measure yourself by, and if it's other people's, judgments or their decisions, things that you cannot control, then you're basically, giving your power away. And I like this because we kind of talked about suffering a number of times, and suffering, we go over this, it's inevitable and it's important in life, and one must suffer emotional pain to develop greater emotional resilience, a stronger sense of self, increased compassion, and a generally happier life. So without suffering, you don't build up that resiliency. So, and it talks about learning to sustain the pain that you've chosen. When you choose a new value, you're choosing to introduce a new form of pain into your life. Relish it, savor it, welcome it with open arms, then act despite it. So, and kind of the last thing, my sister's on. This book, by the way, my brother-in-law recommended. It's so good. And it's nice because I read a lot of like self-improvement and books. And a lot of them are pretty they're super intense, a little bit heavy. And this one's nice because I actually laughed out loud a few times. So it's nice. Hi, Megan. Love you. Okay. So the last 2 pages, that's very, very simple. We talked about failing, and the biggest point, the whole important thing about getting out there is just getting out there and trying. The action is what actually starts everything. If you start acting and trying things, that leads to more inspiration, that leads to more motivation, and it becomes this great cycle. And, I've just highlighted on one of the last pages of this chapter. It says, do something. So I think that's the whole point. Do it. Get out there and fail. I talked to an under 19 team a couple days ago, and I just said, if I was your age, I would fail more. I would fail nonstop, because if you don't fail, then you don't know what your boundaries are, your limits, and if you can succeed. So that's the summary from the book. Someone asked, good, some jams going. Someone asked if it's too late. I don't think it's ever too late to try. Whether it's new things or whatever it is, there's always a way to push your limits. Okay, so let's get to a couple questions for a couple minutes, and then I'll leave you guys on your merry way. Thank you, by the way, for all the questions. I love hearing from new people. I get new people all the time. It's really cool the people are checking in. And again, I'm really always open and looking for new book suggestions and podcasts, TED Talks, whatever you're into. Email me at themotivenation1@gmail.com with any of those suggestions. I would really, really appreciate it. And then we can talk about the book you suggested or whatever on here. So, Gabrielle I'm pretty sure that's what you said. I'm currently waiting to find out if I got into university that I really want to go to. Thinking about failing at this, I realized I'm way more scared of disappointing those who believed in me than disappointing myself. And then I would feel embarrassed about that. My attempt and subsequent failure made it seem like I thought I was better than I am. How do you combat feelings of embarrassment or shame that might come with failure? And how do you try to stop worrying about what other people think? So this is a really good one, because I think this happens with a lot of line of work. Mine too, for example. I've always had thoughts of, if I'm not the starting goalkeeper, then, what is my family going to think? Or, what will the fans think? All these things. So I think that's why it's really important to define your worth without anybody else's opinion or input. I think you have to define what's most important to you. So if, for example, we talked about failure, the most important thing is that you tried. And the worst thing that could happen is you don't get in. But if you'd ever tried, you never would have really known. So I think you have to just decide what's important to you in your life, and you have to really have to hold on to those things. And because a lot of people have their input and have an opinion, and people are super good at giving advice and not listening to it for themselves. So I think just, defining your values, and then no matter what, that's something you hold true to your heart. Okay. What are your favorite quotes? This is from Lucy M. What's your favorite quote? And something that I live by every day. Oh my goodness. The princess has arrived. Sorry. Hi, honey. Thank you for turning off the Periscope at full volume from the other room. What a sweetie. Okay. So anyway, yeah, my favorite quote. Okay, we're on the lines of failure. I've already said this quote a million times, but I love it. If your dreams don't scare you, they aren't big enough. Muhammad Ali, love him. Oh, there it is. Okay, and favorite thing that I have said or wrote. That's a tough one. I wrote a poem about Ella. Yeah, that's on my Instagram. My Instagram, by the way, is at Erin McLeod 1 because someone took at Erin McLeod 18. Sadly, it's not me. Okay, sorry. Another goalkeeper. Okay, so Lauren S. Hi, I'm a 13-year-old goalkeeper, and I'm always feeling like I let my team down. I started to come back from the injury, and I'm scared of not playing the same as I did, and I'm scared of hurting it more and not being able to play at all. Any advice? This is a great question, and I know exactly what you're talking about. I think there's always a chance you won't come back the same, and I think that's a good thing. I think I'm just gonna shut the door. Thanks, honey. This is watching TV loud. Yeah, I think I had the same questions for me, and I just thought, you know what? I'm going to come back different. I want to come back as a calmer goalkeeper, more of a leader, all these different things. So I think when you focus on being the same that you were that way for a moment in time, and you have to keep evolving. So I think, yes, you're going to come back different, and instead of being scared of it, I think embrace that. I also think when it comes down to injuries, like for me, for example, I'm trying things for the first time, and your body is really good at telling you, what it's going through if you feel pain or if something's uncomfortable. So I think it's really important to listen to your body, but also trying new movements, and I think moving in the most efficient way possible. Sorry if anyone has fallen asleep. Okay, sorry, moving on. Okay, how do you separate the feeling of failure within yourself as opposed to feeling like you failed other people? Many times when I feel like I've failed, I tend to worry what other people think of me due to my failure. Is this something you also feel, and how do you deal with that? Is that then just a major part of feeling failure and why we feel we failed? Pressure from society, etc. Okay, this is, again, great question. I think failure, again, I think it's seen as such a negative thing. I think if you focus more on the fact that you've made an attempt, you can either see yourself as a failure or you can see yourself as someone who's brave. And I prefer to always see myself as brave. So I think, again, this book, I know I can't recommend it enough times, but it kind of mentions about like caring what other people think. And, there's going to be people that you pass by every single day that you probably never see again. And you want to kind of ask yourself, like, am I going to be wrapped up with what they think of me? So I think it's about finding the people you love and the people you choose to care about. And sometimes it's family, sometimes it's friends, sometimes it's not family, whoever these people are. I think it's important to be true to yourself, and they'll know exactly who you are. And those people you keep dear, and if people really love you and care about you, then you will, and you try your hardest at anything, they will never see you as a failure. I can tell you that. Okay, so last question. How could we? Okay, there's sorry. Okay, so here's a question from Jen, Canadian Women's National Team fan. Awesome, thank you for writing in, Jen. My question is, my question is, how do you pull out of failure with fear of failure? Each time in the past when I have started working out again, I get set back with injury. Now I fear of being injured again. Do you have any advice? These are all very good questions, very relevant. I think again, similar to failure, I think fear is not a bad thing. I think it's just kind of recognizing that your mind's like, oh, you've been in this situation before, this could be dangerous, whatever. And I remember I had a sports psych leading up to the London Olympics, and or it was qualifiers, and I had double dislocated my finger, literally 2 bones popped out of my hand, and I got it put back in place. And anyway, there was quite a lot of pain, throbbing pain going through my hand, and it was painful. I'm not suggesting to anyone playing through this, but what was kind of cool is I did a lot of meditation, and I did a lot of healing stuff. And when I was just playing and it was finally healing and getting better, it was I actually kind of had a private conversation with myself, and I just said, okay, I get it. The pain is getting better, and I recognize it, but I'm okay. And it was kind of that recognition to your system that it's present, but it's not necessarily going to control you. And I think fear is that it's also very close to the feeling of courage. It's there's a tipping point. I talked about in one of my blogs, doing box jumps. When you're about to do a box jump and it's really high, and you're I'm either going to take the skin off of both of my shins, or this is going to go well. And when you go for it anyway, so it's kind of you're kind of on the edge. So I think instead of seeing that as a bad thing, I think that's seeing it as a sign of courage. Shins are goners, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Box jumps on wood, wouldn't suggest that. Okay, so we didn't get to all the questions, but I have a huge project to do. I am wearing my bracelet. Betty, is that you? Yeah, actually, I wanted to kind of, I don't know if people will be into this. Anyway, I wear this every day. It says, "This life matters." It's a little bracelet, see? Hi from Russia. Oh, people got my holiday card. I sent out some of the art lovers, a holiday card of my face when I was 5. Rocking a mullet and a headband. Don't worry. Okay, anyway, got some art projects on the go, but you'll have to tune in next time. Thank you. Happy Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. What was my first impression of Ella? Okay, last one. My first impression of Ella. Just kidding. I thought she was very sweet. And she's saying that I thought she was the best. I don't know if I thought she was the best, but no, I thought she was very beautiful, very nice, and we were friends for a while. And she's always given some pretty solid advice. That's all I will say, because she's probably listening to these compliments. Okay. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. She's turned up the volume again. I can hear it. Ella, she said she didn't want to be on it, but she wants to be on it. Okay. Ella, can you hear it? Can anybody hear her in the back? She's literally cranked up the volume. She's screaming. I don't even know what she's saying. Yeah, everyone can hear her. Thank you. You're amazing. You're amazing. Thank you. What's her first impression of me? She probably was like, "What a babe." Huh? Can I sing a song? Okay, ready? If everybody's on, Can you be quiet over there? Oh my God, she's so, yeah. You need cooling, baby, I'm not fooling. I'm gonna send you back to schooling. Way down inside, honey, you need me. Anyone know that song?
Led Zeppelin. I knew it.
Okay. Honestly, Ella, you've like ruined every game.
It's not very nice to say live, is it?
Led Zeppelin, thank you. Someone. It might be too old for some of the people on this chat. Okay. Well, it's really hard to stop this Periscope Live. But thank you for tuning in. Oh, and love, love, love. Oh, it's so sweet, isn't it? Okay. All right. Thank you, Ella, for nothing. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Bye. Bye.